call and to show everybody my 90-day journey that I've taken. I started back in January and I'm just about to complete my 3 months now at the end of March. And I really thank you guys for taking the time to jump on. So before Purium, I thought I was doing everything right. So I'm a single mom to a little one. And what happens is that we think we have all the time in the world and then we don't. And then we start making really poor choices. So I felt like I was eating cleanish, I was hydrating and moving, but I still felt bloated. I still had mind fog. I still had mood swings. And then I realized that what I was putting into my body was not giving me the nourishment that I needed. And then I'm part of the Choose Yourself community with Hakeem. And I noticed that he had this green shake. And when I see the label on it, I'm like, wait a minute, I know that company. And it just happened to be that back in 2015, when I was living out in LA, I got to use the Purium products and I got down to my lowest BMI. Like I was flying because I felt so great. I had lost a lot of inflammation and I could think clearly and I had gone all in. Obviously, 10 years makes a huge difference and my life has changed a lot since, but I knew what to expect with Purium. So I decided to invest in myself and started the new year with Purium. So I did the the ultimate package. So I have the superfoods. I use the Biomedic, the Power Shakes, the Super Aminos, and my favorite one, which is the Apothecary. Um, to talk a little bit about what Purium is, and they are a whole food company that offers and creates a foundation of nutrients. Okay, what my biggest thing that I realized when looking for individual companies was that they had synthetic ingredients, that they had fillers, and that only caused bloating on the back end for me. And once I started, what I noticed was within the first 2 weeks, I was already losing my inflammation. Like I just started dropping quickly. And then when I hit my third to fourth week, I started feeling my energy. And then my sleep started to improve. And slowly I started seeing that I was having like a shift in my body. And I think people around me started noticing that I was happier, that I wasn't in this negative mind space of like pouring out of somewhere where I didn't have. And then it actually sparked my curiosity as to how many people are feeling like this, who else is going through this, and only to find out that 80% of us are dealing with immune system issues, disease. And it really all boils down to your gut, which is your second mind, your brain. And that actually could affect your mood, your hormones, your skin, your energy, your cravings. And inflammation is actually one of the four leading causes of disease. And so I started making better choices for my daughter because I'm like thinking, well, I could eat garbage, right? But then how long am I going to be here? And what am I showing her? And within the first 90 days, I've lost 20 pounds of inflammation. Um, and what it's helped me see is that there's a community of people out there that really want to help, that really want to better themselves and make better choices. And the amount of products that there are out there within Purium are endless. So if it's just for your littles, they have products for your littles, which I ordered mine and I'm so excited for my little one to start. And it gives us something to do together. Like we just started making the little gummies from our power shakes. And it gives us, the baseline where she sees that the real foods are green majority of the time and that they come from the ground or they come from a vine, which that's what I love about Purium, that they're actually sourced properly. So just to go off of why I decided to choose the superfood is because it had so many reviews and so many backings of people's testimonies. I loved that they were pure. I loved how I felt afterwards. Like I have my green shake now. I look forward to it every morning and afternoon. I started doing three. I just spaced them out. And then I have one before going to bed. I've been doing my 16-hour fast and then I'll eat for 8 hours. And this is perfect because all I have to do is take my shake, I have my amino acids, and then I have 1 to 2 meals. Um, One thing that I also joined with Imperium, because here I was thinking, what's better than to make this available and accessible to everyone? So I joined the business and a part of it, and I partnered up with Purium as well, which that opened up a whole other community to me. And the things that I've learned have gone beyond what I knew. I knew that every day I work in the healthcare system right now, and what I see is that there's a tear in the system. We aren't treating the actual causes of the disease. We're treating certain symptoms by giving excess, by giving more pills, by giving more things that in reality only bloat us more and give us adverse reactions. So I only I only give advice on the things that I've tested, right? Because I don't like saying something and then somebody coming back, well, how did you feel with this? I like to test everything first. And I wholeheartedly say that within the last 90 days, I have experienced a change in my body, mind, and soul that I haven't with any other products. So this is a lifetime commitment to me. And beyond this, I know that there's a whole world of people actually curing themselves, eczema, like actual diseases that we think are forever. And I'm watching people heal from them. Every time I get on a call with our group, somebody has a testimony that always blows me away. So I am beyond excited to continue on with my Purium family and only to share this with everyone from all ages. And that's what I do love about it, that you can choose that anyone from a child to an elderly person can choose to take these products. So, and then I did want to show my before and after, but I have it on another slide.
Okay.
Let's show it here. So this was my before and after just at the end of February, which again, I've never seen something like this for me in such a quick amount of time. So right here I have my before and after. Like this is at the beginning of my journey, and this is already 75% in. And I've never been able to have such results with all the other products that I've tried out before. I did want to also touch upon, because
Are
I
you
just
able to
passed.
share your screen? Because we don't see your pictures.
No, I'm here thinking you guys could see it. Here you go. Documents. Here we go. Can you guys see it?
I don't see it on my end.
Oh,
The
no.
bottom of your screen, there's the share button, and then you can open up the page.
Yeah, it shows I clicked it and it doesn't. Here we go.
There it is.
Share.
It's coming.
There it is.
Oh, I see that. We see the presentation. There it
Let's
is.
do this.
With your before and afters. Okay, I see them.
But let's open it up. So this was me at the beginning, like right at the start, and then this is 75% in. So the amount of inflammation that I lost just by switching up and intaking more. See, we think that if we just remove and we don't eat and we just drink water, that somehow these results are going to happen. And they don't, because the minute that you go back to eating, you usually binge eat and then overindulge. But seeing those results is what changed my life. And then I knew that forever I was going to be a part of this community, because I have no adverse reactions to any of the products that I've been taking. So I'm just super excited and hoping that I could help other people, because that's my goal ultimately, is to not only be a representation of what I believe, but to help other people get out of the rat race that we're constantly in. So I'm super excited, and I hope that I can answer any questions that anyone has, and hopefully create a ripple effect for everyone to join.
Did you want to go over the slides in the slideshow?
Yeah, I lost you guys don't see anymore, right?
No, I took it down because
Perfect.
it was only on a partial screen, so we couldn't see. We saw it
Okay.
for a minute.
What
Uh,
about now? Do you want to put the slide on yours or should I share this one?
yep, I got it right here. So let me
Perfect.
go back to the last slide. I was trying to follow along with you as you were talking because
Oh,
you were
sorry.
of this
No
already.
worries.
So I was like, oh, she's already talking about this. I'll just pull up the slide, but go ahead and, share
Awesome.
a little bit more. Tell me when you want me to flip the page.
Awesome. Okay, so here the reason that why Purium, right? So Purium has the organic foods. You're going to have the vegetables that are grown on Earth. You're not having something grown in a lab. We're not sourcing things from over pesticide uh, uh, food ingredients is what I want to say. The things that have been sprayed a lot and have chemicals and then you're going to get the abundant of actually sourced locally. They freeze dry them and they're all organic. And that to me is a huge difference in what you find in the grocery stores to what you're finding within Purium. You can go to the next slide. Why now? Why not now? I believe that if there's ever a time to start, it would be now. What ends up happening is that we think that we have tomorrow and that we continue on our regular lives and thinking that somehow things will get better. I am guilty of that. At the beginning, I was hesitant because we start making up lies to ourselves, only to find out that I was eating out, spending triple the amount that I do to invest in Purium, and then somehow having adverse reactions. So my hormones, I recently am getting them tested. I should be getting my results soon. But I was real noticing that I was having hyperpigmentation really show in my skin. I was having outbreaks like now in my 30s. That's unheard of. Um, Another thing is pesticides. No matter how much I was washing things, I knew in my heart that I was ingesting chemicals. So in today's world, you really have to have a PhD to look at the ingredients of anything because they try to hide it. And then, so my favorite part is that you have the owners that have created this company at your fingertips. They're always involved in everything. I sit in on Amy's calls all the time, and she just blows me away with all of the information that we constantly get. They really care about their company. What's happening now is that we're having companies that are so that we think are fantastic. Siete, Poppy are being bought out by huge companies like Pepsi. That's a problem because you'll never be able to ensure that you're getting the quality that once set as a mom and pop shop. So here are a few things that they have as far as quality. You have your certified organic, you have regenerative farming, which is really hard to find. Just take eggs for an example. Eggs will tell you that they're cage free. Then you have pasture raised. There's just different things that are all play on words. Um, you have on-site microbiology department, so everything is being tested. Your ingredients have integrity, and then it's all certified kosher and organic, and it's just passed a lot of the FDA ropes that you need to jump. And my favorite part is the 60-day money back guarantee. I promise you that you won't even look at that because you'll be so blown away within the first 30 days. So that always makes me feel good. That's how much they believe in their products. This one was a big one for me. I am that crunchy mom that looks in the back of all of the bags, and this passed all of the check marks for me. There's no fillers, no red 40, yellow 5, none of that is in here. So that gave me a really big peace of mind. Also, the packaging, I love that. Even though I keep my boxes because I'm like that, but I love that everything's packaged with biodegradable products and in resourcing. Next. Nourish and detoxify. So you're going to have your 2 servings of superfoods per day. I guarantee you that even if you were trying to source that in food itself, you're not going to be able to reach that. And then, like I was saying, the core benefits of this all is really things that I have felt myself, which is the increasing levels of energy, the reduction of unhealthy fat. I was consuming really high fats without even noticing it. The reduction in bloating. My sleep has improved tremendously. I could go to bed even later and only get 5 hours of sleep and still feel rested after my apothecary. So I'm obsessed with that. It actually regenerates your cells while you're sleeping. Another thing that it does is the elimination of things. So you're going to eliminate toxins, uh, metals, The cleanse is fantastic. It has such good ingredients that it's going to get rid of parasites without having the die-off effects, which happens a lot when you try to do things on your own. You're also going to get my blood sugar has actually leveled out. I was becoming insulin resistant because I was ingesting so many bad things as far as like breads, and I'm thinking that I was eating okay. And then, believe it or not, my grocery bill has been cut in half. Why? Because I'm buying things that actually matter. It comes when you receive your package, it's going to come with suggested foods that you could purchase, which is fantastic. And you can find ingredients. There's just so many resources, which make it intentional. This one to me is a huge one. There's glyphosate in literally everything, in Cheerios, in the air we breathe. It's all over the place. So we think we're buying organic, we're actually getting garbage. And this is what it's linked to. It's linked to all of these diseases in our bodies, and children are being affected by it and being labeled and then being put on medication that it's giving them even more adverse reactions, destroying their gut ultimately. This was the crisis that we're talking about. So you're talking about gut microbiomes are being destroyed, which really runs your entire body. Um, we're having foods that are called food but are not food. Okay. And then on top of it all, we do consume alcohol, which also has traces of the things that we've talked about, all of the pesticides and toxic ingredients. And then the solution for me is a biomedic. I take biomedic in the morning and right before bed. These are the products that I consume daily. And I kid you not, my body reacts within minutes. You're supposed to use the bathroom 2 to 3 times a day. I was lucky if I was going once. So just by ingesting my biomedic in the morning, I already within a bit, I get to go to the bathroom as well, which also detoxifies your body from glyphosate, and it helps you give you a healthy digestion. The indication of healthy digestion is using the bathroom regularly, which most of us don't think that. We just think, oh, we're constipated. But no, there's a reason for that. Your body's screaming for help. Another one that I do love is I think the super shake, the power shake is the best one. I have this here. I mix it with some fruit sometimes. It's reduced my sugar cravings. I am a big sugar girl. I will eat sugar prior to my food. And this has stopped that. I have this in the morning, I have it in the afternoon, and at night I've split up the serving sizes and I always feel satisfied. Like I'll have this now and I won't eat again until maybe midday, and that'll be it. And the last thing I have in my stomach before going to bed is this. And then my amino acids, people get very nervous about losing body fat when you are in a deficit. I mean, sorry, losing muscle when you're in a deficit, but this actually increases and leans out your muscles and gives you what you need. And the skin elasticity is what I've noticed in my face. Today I have makeup, but my face has cleared up and I'm actually feeling it like I'm aging backwards almost. So one of my favorites. And then last, well, not last, the second to last, this one's the apothecary that I continuously talk about. It really has helped me so much. I have given my mom even some, because I just truly believe that no matter what, in muscle repair and sleep and recovery, it really helps do all of those things. It even helps combat free radicals, which is very, very amazing in one product. And this one I'm starting on Monday again. I'm so excited for this because I didn't unfortunately get to go through my full cycle last time due to menstruation. But this one is going to be what kills off the parasites, removes the toxins. A lot of us suffer from mold infestation without even knowing it. This is all going to eliminate all of the excess intoxication that we have from different ways. We're getting it from our waters, from the air, from our food. This super cleanse, which you could do 1 to 3 times a year, which is so doable for anyone. And it will actually give you results. I'm super excited to report what I go through in this week coming up. And then these are the testimonials. These are just a few, like the amount of people that I see and hear from is insane. I have a friend of mine that just started. She's finishing up on her second month now, and she's like, the first 2 weeks, I already felt like I could think again. Like I could do things, like I could have the energy without feeling tired or irritable by 3 p.m. So just by seeing some of these testimonies, it just goes to show you how powerful these products are. So here's the subscription. So how Purium works is that it is on a subscription base. This avoids missing out on your next month and not having it and not being prepared. When you space out everything that you're receiving from these packages, you're getting your veggies, your proteins, your fruits, your colon cleansing, and your gut support. Daily, you're looking at a $12 a day to replace up to 2 meals. That's that's $360 for the entire month, which is crazy. When you were to look at all of your expenditure, eating out, groceries, in addition to you're spending almost $1,000 in a month just on food that doesn't guarantee that you're actually going to cook. So with the subscription comes all of these benefits. You're going to have the support group, your lifestyle recipes, which those are my favorite because that helps me prep for the month, for the week. And then we have our weekly Zoom meetings and our one-on-one coaching. If you were to enroll for the 90-day transformation, which I truly recommend, you can enter a $250 cash drawing on June 1st. So that's really exciting too. There's always so many incentives with Purium as well. I do want to thank you guys. And then this one just shows that whoever invited you to the Zoom has a $50 gift card for you once you sign up and join our family. And again, the incentives from Purium is just to help you win. That's what I see in this company, that it's truly because they want to see us all win and flourish. So if you could think, which I'm sure all of us could think of 3 to 5 people that need this transformation, that are suffering from diabetes, that have high blood pressure, that constantly are in aches and pains, I really encourage you to let them know about our products, show them the befores and afters, because it just is a testimony within itself. You would earn, so if you would like to earn your money right away and help others access the superfood, which is what I did because I believed in them so much, I decided to partner up with with Purium in order to get this out to everyone. So the this is a big one. The internet has changed. We're able to connect with one another outside of face to face, right? So what ends up happening is that you're able to create a business on what you believe and what you're passionate about. And that's what's happened for me. As a single mom, I spent all day in front of the computer. It's actually taken me away from my child. Being able to be behind a company that truly embellishes and reflects what I believe and start my own business, that's major. Like how many companies offer you that? Not many. So for me, my whole change is to be able to do this all the time, to help people, to supplement my income by doing something I actually believe in, not necessarily what I work for, which is a healthcare company, which you start seeing how it doesn't work for others. You can partner up with Purium and participate in the social sharing economy. And then by investing in yourself, really, the next 30 days is going to go by no matter what. Summer's right there. We only have a little bit before it shows up on our doorstep. And then we're going to be thinking, wow, what did I do the last 3 months? So becoming a brand partner has a lot of incentives. If you do have any questions, I would be happy to share them all with you. And then lastly, I thank you so much for being with us today. This is my first Zoom, which again, I was super nervous for, but I knew that I was going to get the support that I needed. So I'm grateful that this is just the beginning for me. I just started this journey and I could already see people seeing the difference in who I am. So I really thank you for taking the time to be here on a Saturday with us.
Thank you so much, Nas, for the beautiful presentation. You did great.
Thank you.
And this is the type of support that we offer everybody here, you know? First, we just want to help you reach your own health goals. And then if you see the value in sharing this with your friends and family or your community, then you can partner with us and make your money back for your products, like she mentioned. And you can start rippling this out into your community as well. And so if anybody has questions, we'll bring on questions. If anybody wants to share your testimonials of how the products have supported you, we'd also love to hear some stories.
I'm curious, or anyone, well, besides Hakeem, if anyone else is on Purium yet.
Let's see. Well, Sammy's here as well, and I can just share with you all a little of my story. I'm Naiva Flory, and I actually started 10 and a half years ago now, which I can't even believe it's been that long. But you have to imagine if you stick with something for that long, it must be good, right? Like there's lots of things that we try and we do it for a few months or maybe a couple of years, but eventually it kind of just like falls to the wayside. We pick up new different habits of something better that we like, and then we move on, right? This has been a constant in my life for over 10 years now. And I was introduced when I was postpartum with my youngest son, Kainoa. He'll be 11 in May. And for me, it was really, I was overwhelmed and undernourished. I was super busy. I had 5 kids in 4 different schools and a newborn baby. So for anybody that has kids, you can just imagine how crazy my life was, starting at like 6 a.m. trying to get people out of bed and, feed them and get their shoes on and get their lunches made so I could head out the door. And so my life was crazy and I was living off coffee until noon. So if this is a reality for you, like drop a 1 in the comments because I know it's a reality for a lot of us where we're skipping meals or living off coffee or energy drinks until noon, and then we're just stuffing our face with whatever's available, right? And so that was me at the time. I was super busy, but I wasn't busy, doing the things that fueled me. I was taking care of everybody else around me. And I feel like that's something that we often do. As individuals, we always take care of everybody else, and it's really hard for us to invest in ourselves. But I'll tell you what, I am so glad that I invested in myself because not only has this changed my life and given me these tools for better health and nutrition, but my kids love them too. Kainoa actually was weaned onto the Power Shake when he was ready. When he was maybe 9 months old, I gave him a sip of Power Shake, and you guys, I couldn't ever drink a green drink in front of him again without a baby tantrum. And those of you who have babies know what a baby tantrum is. There's like, you give them what they want, or you figure out a solution because there's no getting out of it. There's no talking your way out of that one. So I would have to give him a little bit of Power Shake in his sippy cup. Once I shared it with him, that was it. Like if I didn't, it was like a whole tantrum. And I'm really grateful because now he's going to be 11 years old and he still comes home from school and asks for a Power Shake or a Kids Genius shake or some of our superfoods. And you guys, we have more than just the 5 products that Nastasia shared with us today. We have nearly 70 products, and we have things for athletes. We have things for family nutrition, for weight loss, for, energy, for sleep, for inflammation. I mean, the list goes on and on. And so we also offer, wellness consultations individually besides these meetings. So if you need a deeper, conversation to find out like what the best products are for you, we offer that as well. And so you can always reach out to the person that invited you and they can connect you with me. And I'm happy to chat with each one of you individually to just fine tune the program for you. But starting 10 years ago, it really started with the products for me. I started using them, and within 30 days, I had 3 or 4 friends that were interested. I had no idea I was going to do this as a career. Um, and I just decided, I asked my friend, I said, hey, I have some friends interested. And she helped me to upgrade and get my own discount codes. And I shared them with my friends. And you guys, I made my money back for my first month product within that first month. So I started using the products. I was seeing results. My friends were seeing that I had more energy and that I was just more level-headed with all of my children. And I actually after school, I used to want to just go to bed. It'd be after school and I'd still have after school activities. The kids wanted to go to the beach. I still had to make dinner, and all I wanted to do was like go to bed because I was having the caffeine crash. But with these superfoods, it really gave me the energy I needed to make it through the rest of my day. And my friends were noticing that. And so I shared it with them. My first month, I made my money back for my investment. The second month, I went into my profit, where it paid for my products, and I doubled that. So I made my money back to, double fold. And that was really inspiring for me because at the time I was on maternity leave. And I actually got a call from my boss because I was coming up on my 6 months of maternity leave, and she asked me, when I would like to be put back on the schedule. And so just to be fully honest, I was only working 2 days a week for like 11.50 an hour at the end of my pregnancy. So she was offering me those hours back. And I had the overwhelm of, part of me felt like I had to go back to work to make money. And the other half of me was trying to figure out how I was going to make any money working 2 days a week for 11.50 an hour and have to pay a babysitter like $7 an hour to watch my son. So at the end of the day, after taxes, I would have gas money and I would have wasted a day away from my child. And that just didn't make sense to me. So in that second month, when I got my bonus check, which surpassed my investment and my doubling my income, that's really when I opened up my eyes to this opportunity and what it could do for me. And I started leaning into the support and the coaching that was available for free through the company and through our team. And as I did that, I continued to go into profit. And by my third month, it had already replaced, well, actually, the end of that second month, when I got my bonus check, it replaced my part-time income. And you guys, I wasn't spending money on a babysitter. I wasn't spending money on gas. And I was at home with my baby the whole time I made that income. And that was really the eye opener for me. And so from there, I decided to lean in and start learning how I could share this with more people in my community, as well as help leverage the system by building a team and finding friends that also wanted to make more money from home. And there's a lot of people right now. The economy is crazy. There's people that are working dead-end jobs. They're barely making it. It's hard out there right now. I know so many people that work 3 and 4 jobs just to make ends meet, and they're still not thriving. And we're not put on this planet to just work our lives away. We're put on this planet to really live and thrive and enjoy our life and enjoy our time with our children and our family members. And that's something that's been taken away because of the society and the cost of living. And so this actually gives us an opportunity to not only get healthy and take care of ourselves on the health side of things, but to help others as well. And when we do that, then we can really help create a ripple effect of wealth for ourselves and for our families. And there's the opportunity here to make legacy income, which means like an income that you'll leave for your generations. I personally know several people here in Purium that have become self-made millionaires within their first few years in this company. And I have a few friends that have bought houses here on Kauai, that have bought houses elsewhere in Oregon and different areas of California. And before this, that was just like something that they could only dream of. I have several friends that have put their adult children through college, which is something that they didn't think was ever going to be possible as single moms, just trying to make ends meet and just working all the time. And then with this opportunity, they were able to have the money to put their kids through college without even having to think about it or having to scrape together the income to do that. So this really is a huge opportunity. I had 6 kids at home. So if I could do it, you can definitely do it. Everybody has more time than I had. I'll promise you that. Anybody that tells me they don't have time, I'm like, I promise you, you have more time than I had with 6 kids in school and a new baby at home. Like my life was crazy, but I made it work. With this business, you can do it in the little nooks and crannies of your day. Your little 15 minutes in the car between, on your commute to work or on your lunch break or different things. You can text a few people and follow up with some people. We have all the tools for you to be successful. Within 6 months in this business, I had hit the diamond rank, which is where you're making a full-time income. So I was able to like start paying my rent and not just paying like the bills and my products and like little things. I actually was able to start covering my rent. And then within 8 months, I doubled that. And then within my second year, I doubled that again. And so I've been floating at Blue Diamond for the past 8 years, I guess it's been within my 10-year journey. And, it's really an amazing income. I wouldn't trade it in for anything. And anytime that I've had self-doubt about myself, because it always comes up, right? We're humans. We always have moments where we're like, what if I was doing something different? Anytime I have those reflections, I can't imagine doing anything different. I don't want to go clock in anywhere. I don't want to work for anybody else. I don't know any other job where I can just decide that I want to go somewhere tomorrow and I can just go and I can bring this business with me. I can work from anywhere. And so the last thing I'll share is a couple years ago, I was able to take my family to Mexico. We went for about 6 weeks. And while I was in Mexico, I barely worked at all. I mean, I got on a few Zooms with my team while I was there, but mostly I was adventuring and taking my kids and my family, sightseeing, seeing all the cenotes and the pyramids and just getting to meet the people and experience the culture and go to the beaches and do something different that we don't have here. And within that time, my income doubled again while I was out of the country, barely working my business. And that's the beauty that we have here with the residual income that we're creating. This business isn't only solely dependent on you and what you can do, it's dependent on what you do and then what your team does in excess, right? So, like, as you have customers that order, you get to earn every single time your customers order. And so, over the 10 years, I've built a huge customer base. And every time people order, I make a small percentage of that. And same with your team members. And so if this is something that you're interested in, whether it's for health or for the business, we're here to support you. And I'll be quiet because I could just go on and on. I just get so excited about everything we have to share here. But yeah, I'm just happy to have you all here. And thank you so much, Nastasha, for the beautiful presentation today.
Thank you. I wanted to show you the proof of shrinking this in front of your kids because they want to do what you do. And then she loved it.
Absolutely.
So I thank you so much. So I just wanted to thank everybody. If anyone has any questions, you could ask that in the chat. I am always available. I'm constantly sharing my story on social media because I know that by me showing how happy I am, I'll influence others to see, hey, what is she doing? And I just truly believe in this product. I wouldn't feel the way that I do if I didn't feel wholehearted about this. And I love it so much. So I'm excited for the journey.
Any questions from anybody?
I know it's a Saturday. Everyone's ready to get their Saturday going. It's beautiful here too. And I'm in Miami for anyone that's elsewhere.
Absolutely. Well, for all of you that are here, I just want to thank you for taking the time. And whoever invited you here has a discount code for you to get started with your product. So if you love what you heard today and you're feeling like you want to detox some toxins and some parasites and you want to join us on this journey, we have an amazing support group that, where you can come weekly and check in with us. You can also, we do this presentation every Saturday. So if you're thinking of anybody that you would like to share this with, even before you order your own products, you're welcome to join us next Saturday and invite the people that you know that might be interested in this. And you can actually get people ready to do it with you. And that's the best way to offset the cost of this. If you're like thinking that, you can't afford it, which I know comes up a lot, just know that you can make your money back right away just by sharing this with like 3 or 4 friends, and we will help you do it. And if you want a deeper consultation, I'm happy to offer a free wellness consultation. So just reach out to the person that invited you here and they can go ahead and send you a scheduling link for us to do a wellness consultation with you and dive a little deeper into your own health goals. And yeah, if you have any questions, the floor is open.